What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check it out. This Stellar Blade situation has just taken an absolutely insane, crazy turn over like some straight up bullshit, right? Over some bullshit. Starting with this whole situation with Stellar Blade being censored, right? Because the developers, they said the game wouldn't be censored, and then they came out and they censored the game anyway. We already saw a little piece of that with that whole hard R situation, you know, because some jackass over there at IGN says, oh, there's some racism in here because they put the two words hard and R together. So now we got some racism. So they came in there and they censored that. And you figured, all right, man, if that's the first thing they're going to do, what else are they going to do? And lo and behold, they got out there and they censored the game even more. Grumps has come out talking about this situation, all right? This 8-step plan to free Stellar Blade, show them gamers win, restore the original game to what was promised a thread. So I think this is a brilliant idea. I actually have already participated in a bit of this. I suggest you guys go and check this out if you haven't seen it, because it looks like Grumps is being search banned, you know, on X. You know, you can't really find them easily. So I'm going to put the link for this particular thread in the description. Go in there and see what y'all think about that. And if you want to support. But here's the censorship that they're talking about. So you can see it right here clearly from these two side-by-side photos. All right. Now, this is Eve in the 1.0 version, and this is Eve in the 1.002 version. And you might say, well, what's the difference? Well, you could absolutely see there's a major difference with these two outfits. So you can see right here, definitely some cleavage being shown on Eve's outfit here. And yeah, it's a little bit blurry, but you could definitely see they covered her up a whole lot more compared to the first version that we saw. She is covered up a lot more. And that's where people are kind of like getting like, well, what's up with this, man? You know, why is this 1.002 version and a lot of other versions in some of these outfits, why is she more covered up? You know, like, what's going on? You guys promised that you wouldn't censor the game, and here you are already putting some censorship and not giving us the game as the fans that we, you know, were promised. Now, me personally, I'm more about the gameplay more than the suits. I'm not really even checking for suits. I'm just trying to play. But, you know, to each their own. And they promised that they wouldn't do this. So what's going on? So, yeah, that's why Grumps is coming out, you know, with this, you know, with this thread and this campaign, this 8-step plan to, you know, make sure that Sony knows, hey, you know, the gamers ain't playing with this. You guys are going to give us the game we asked for, or you're going to have some serious repercussions. But here's the problem with all of this. From that Park Place, an evil individual places a $20,000 bounty on Grumps, a.k.a. Mark Kern, for beginning a campaign to uncensor Stellar Blade. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? This is what we doing right now? Because Grumps, Mark Kern wants to basically just, in my opinion, just exercise his freedoms, all right? His American freedoms. Yo, I think there's something wrong with them censoring Stellar Blade. You know, I want to start a campaign to uncensor Stellar Blade. Oh, no. We got to put a bounty on his head. We got to put a price on his head. This is absolutely ridiculous. And this is, look, for me, I come from a spot in an era in time where, you know, like threats was taken very seriously, man. I grew up in an area where, like, I couldn't walk down the street wearing a certain color, okay? If I walk down the street wearing a certain color, I'm getting sweated. You know, like, that's the era that I grew up in. So when I hear shit like this going down, I take this crap seriously, man. Like, what the hell is this crap? Like, let me show you what it is. So Grumps posted it up, all right? Wanted Grumps, 20,000 US. This guy broke federal law and put a bounty on my head for tweeting about Stellar Blade. My take, those are rookie numbers. My favorite anime character is far more impressive, right? And of course, he shows, what's his name? Vash the Stampede from Trigun. I've never actually watched Trigun, although I've heard a lot about it. I might actually have to check it out right now. But yeah, this is what this idiot said, Tone Man, all right? And it's always some jackass hiding behind an avatar and a fake name. They don't ever put their real names behind this bullshit. They never do that. All right, because they're cowards. But he says, yeah, 20K to anyone that makes this dipshit disappear, like a straight threat. All right, straight up threat, because, you know, he has an opinion you don't like. It's funny how it always seems to come. They always talk about the violence coming from certain sides and this and that. It's always these cats is putting all the violence out there in the atmosphere. All right. That's what cracks me up about all of this stuff. Like, why is it that it's always the people crying about the violence that's always putting violent information and threats and everything like that out there, right? But this idiot, because he's hiding behind, you know, his mask, all right? He's wearing a mask with a name, with a fake name and a fake avatar. Yeah, he thinks he can get away with that shit. You know, it's bullshit, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm from an era where it's like, yo, if I wore like you see me got red, like you'll see a lot of red and stuff like that. I couldn't wear red when I was a kid, man. I couldn't do it. Man, if I was wearing red, bro, it would be like, what's up with that red, bro? Like, real quick. Like this hat right here, man. Like this JJK hat. This is one of my favorite hats, man. I love this hat, okay? I couldn't have worn this as a kid, all right? If I wore this hat as a kid with all this red, hey man, what does all that mean? Hey, what set does that represent? Like, that's what I'm talking about. So when I see threats, I take that shit seriously, all right? And that's what it is, man. See, these clowns right here, like this guy, he can sit safely behind his computer and make all of this little bogus bullshit, and they don't mean it. And Grums know he don't mean it. That's why Grums is even joking about it. But he did break federal laws, all right? And it's like, what the hell is this all about? And see, imagine if something happens to Grums. Imagine if somebody said, oh, I'm going to try to take this guy up on his $20K offer. What if something happened to this dude? All right? You think this guy is, all of a sudden, this shit going to get erased, disappeared. He going to try to crawl away into a hole and hide. But he had no problem putting this crap out there. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that would love, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to try to take advantage of that bullshit. Let me get that $20K, bro. But yeah, let's go ahead and read this article. Shout out to John F. Trent for putting it together. Former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern had a bounty placed on his head after he launched a campaign to uncensor Stellar Blade. Kern launched this campaign after the game's official account promised it would deliver the game uncensored. It wrote on X, Stellar Blade offers the same uncensored version in all countries, including the Japanese version. A number of the game's outfits for the main protagonist Eve have been altered leading up to the official release of the game. Kern pointed out one writing, this is another confirmed outfit censored in Stellar Blade, original on the left. We're working to changing it back. But it's not about inches of fabric. It's about fighting the double standard and getting Stellar Blade customers what was advertised, right? And that's the outfit that I was referring to, all right? So, yeah, man, it's not about inches of fabric, and it isn't, all right? If you're saying that we're not going to censor something, live up to your word. You know, you advertise this to the customers like, you know, Grums is saying, all right? You advertise this, make sure you deliver that to, you know, deliver the goods. And in the future, if, man, you know, maybe we went too far with some of these outfits. Okay, well, then pull that back, you know, on the future games. But not on the one that you advertise and then everybody's coming out and purchasing it. That's bullshit. Not only were a number of Eve's outfits altered, the game was also reduced in its gore content. Yeah, that was another thing. The gore apparently is certainly less. As shown by ex-user Mangaloyer, a pre-release version of the game shows Eve covered in blood splatter after she killed a demonic creature, while a post-release version shows that blood splatter significantly reduced. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm not going to zoom in too much, but yeah, she's definitely less covered in blood here versus she was here. Following these changes, Kern launched an 8-step campaign to get the game restored to its original version. He shared on X the plan to get Stellar Blade's censorship removed, contact Shift Up offices, send physical mail as that carries more weight in Asia, and then he gives the address and all that other information. He encouraged players to basically email Shift Up, all right, gave the address for that, all right, sign a petition, all right, he did that. You know, using that hashtag Free Stellar Blade. And then as of the writing of the petition, it has over 18,000 signatures. I think it's even above that now. But yeah, now, because he did all of that, one individual who has since deleted his account appeared to put a bounty on Kern's head, writing $20K to anyone that makes this dipshit disappear. See, I didn't even know he had deleted his account. But man, yeah, that dude's a bitch, man. Like, why would you put that shit out there like that? You know, like, people know who Grums is, right? People know his name, you know, even though he has his own little avatar and everything, you know, people know who this guy is. And, you know, he's had no problem putting that information out there. So it's just like, it's so crazy, man, that people would actually try to attack you over your opinions. Instead of just saying, okay, I disagree with his opinion, I'm going to come back and counter his opinion. You know, no, what they try to do is they try to use these tactics to terrify them, right? Just like what we heard with Sweet Baby Inc. Terrify them, scare them, all right? Scare them into what? Silence. They don't want you to come out and speak against their ideology or their agenda or their message. So what do? We throw all of these fake, threats. Gum says, now they want to hire hitmen to take me out. What did I tell everyone? They want you dead over game tweets. I've had 4 to 5 calls for violence today alone because I was asking for Stellar Blade to be restored to what was advertised. That's the most insane thing I've heard today. And I've heard a lot of the same things today, even though it's barely noon. It's just ridiculous what we're dealing with right now, man. And the reason is because these clowns, they just can't handle the fact that other people who are probably smarter than them, all right, probably more accomplished than them, don't have the same opinions as they do. You're entitled to have any opinion you want to have, but what you're not entitled to do is put threats out there. This is bullshit, and it needs to be called out. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous, man. Yeah, and then this is the other post that he put up, all right, saying his rookie numbers. Yeah, I got to go check out Trigun. That's hilarious. You see what some folks were saying about it, Grums the Stampede. I actually like that, man. Grums the Stampede. Love and peace. This is this is what I said, man. This is bullshit. You're worth way more than a used 2016 Jeep Wrangler. Try to add some humor to the mix or whatever, but I mean, it's not good, man. It's not good. Glad he lost his account so fast. People are losing their minds over this because we're right. If it weren't a big deal, shit like this wouldn't be happening. Keep up the amazing work. God bless you guys and everybody else too. Yeah, Grums is doing the Lord's work, man. He's doing a great job. Again, just standing up for standard American freedoms, the right to, voice your opinion, to say, hey, we want to get a campaign going to try to get something we want. It may or may not work, but the fact that this guy is even making the attempt, all right, this idiot has a problem with it. Unfucking believable, man. Funny how some of these clowns claim the censorship in Stellar Blade is a nothing burger, yet are angry enough to place bounties publicly to those who don't agree with them. Hope he gets arrested ASAP. Exactly. Sounds like a threat. This is a threat of violence. All right? Absolutely, man. Let's be for real. This guy doesn't have 20K to his name. He might not, but you never know. Like some guy, some other unhinged moron might think he does. And then they say, oh, man, I'm going to take him up on that deal. Man, yeah, let me get that bread, homie. I don't have any. Oh my God! I just tried to do something to this guy, and you don't even have the money. Oh my God! That's what I'm saying. It's fucking crazy, man. Why do you care? They say, then post this showing they care quite a bit, maybe even more than we do. I mean, like I said, man, it's not a big deal to me in terms of the outfits. I do believe that the censorship needs to be called out. All right, I do think that. Hey, Sony, you know what? You promised one thing, or Shift Up promised one thing. Sony, you need to deliver on that. And now we're going to start applying pressure where pressure needs to be applied. So yeah, I'm gonna link this whole 8-step plan. I'm gonna link this plan in the description. You guys go and check it out, all right? He goes into detail. He goes into really good detail. Every step that you need to take, all right? Like I said, I've already participated in it. If you are so inclined, and you care about censorship and you care about the game being given to the fans as originally promised, definitely jump in there and rock with that. But anyway, you guys let me know what y'all think about this situation. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.